Hey everybody, it's Kyle, and I've got a special guest today for this video, but a lot of you people know that I'm creating video content, or the whole reason that I'm creating social content is to provide tips and tools to help people grow their influence within their area of impact. And again, I've got a special guest on this video today, Jordan Gross. He's a TEDx speaker, he's an author, he's a executive coach, and I'm excited to have him on this video here to kind of share some of his insight on how you can take action in finding ways to pursue your passions. So Jordan, thank you so much for being on this video.
Kyle, I love that, man. Pursuing passion is what I'm all about. It's literally what I work with people on every single day. It's what lights me up. And me pursuing my own passion was how I introduced myself to this world. So excited to chat, hopefully add some value to you and everybody else listening.
Awesome. Sounds great. So, as we get into it, what I think, we spoke maybe a few weeks back, just had a quick conversation and got to learn a little bit about each other. And one of the things that I thought was pretty cool is how, you said, you were doing the whole 9-to-5 thing for a while, after graduating from school, and
yeah.
And maybe just, tell me what caused you to want to step out and create your own momentum.
Absolutely. So it was a little longer than 9-to-5. I was working like 12 to 14-hour days in a pretty rigorous restaurant industry position. And ultimately, I was pursuing what I thought I wanted to do, but that was what I thought I wanted to do based on everybody around me and what society was telling me I was supposed to do. It wasn't really this introspective deep dive into what truly was going to make me happy and give me meaning and purpose and fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until I got more intentional about what exactly I enjoyed during my experience I was able to really figure out this was exactly supposed to be doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I started listening to some podcasts and I started reading some books, and it all starts with my why. Why was I doing what I wanted to do? And my intention going into the restaurant industry was because I thought it'd be really cool. And that's not really why I should be getting into anything. It should be because of the impact, like you mentioned, that I could make on other people. So the impact I was making on other people was actually more so the customer service side of the restaurant industry, building relationships, maintaining those relationships, and really just doing things quite simply that made other people feel like they were on cloud nine. And that's when that phrase kind of rung in my head, like make other people feel like they're on cloud nine, right?
Yeah.
So my first project was actually a little bit different. I started writing about overcoming stress and anxiety and how that leads to happiness in a very chaotic world. That's the first book I wrote, called Getting Comfy, Your Morning Guide to Daily Happiness. And it was this side project I took on whilst I was in my day-to-day, 9-to-5 job.
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing I knew, that was taking off, and I ultimately ended up pursuing this writing and speaking career. That turned into one-on-one coaching. I got into the leadership world, and then that leadership coaching turned into kind of like what I did with myself, igniting passion within others and allowing them to find fulfillment and purpose through that one other thing that they could be working on. So that's the story, man. That's the story, and that's what I'm doing every day, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah. So kind of one of the main purposes of me creating content, like I said earlier, is, I want to help provide people with tips and tools that they can use to start, my phrase is to grow their influence within their area of impact, and so, I think so many people can resonate with what you're saying. You're working in this 9-to-5 or longer, so many of us, it's a longer gig. And, but we have this passion inside that we want to impact others. We want to really make a difference. And, maybe speak to just, the steps that you took to, like I said earlier, just kind of avoid that paralysis by analysis of, like, okay, I want to make a difference. I want to do this. I want to do that. I think before you mentioned how you were just kind of journaling, you were just kind of writing stuff down. Maybe speak to that, how you actually took those initial steps to start moving in that direction.
Yeah, absolutely. So with my coaching, it's called Cloud9 Living, right? So it's actually a 9-step process. And I'll give you the first 4 to really jump people off the bat and get them started as something tangible to start working on. So the first thing is kind of like what you mentioned. It involves journaling. It involves a lot of introspection and getting in touch with who you are and who you want to be. So the way that I do that is through my book, Getting Comfy. So Comfy stands for calm, openness, movement, funny, and you, or your passion. And that's really just aligning my mindset with who I ultimately want to end up looking like in the future. So with that calm, I do a little bit of meditation every day. With that openness, I do some journaling. With that movement, I hit the gym. With that funny bit, I watch a funny video, get my smiling and laughing. And then finally with that why, that you, that your passion, I started writing. So that was really the first step, in which what you can go and start doing is exploring, creating that morning routine for yourself that is going to ignite your passion for the day. Step number 2 is called the trial phase. So the trial phase is actually going out and experiencing things that you believe that you're going to love and enjoy. So that's hitting the networking event about an industry that you admire but aren't necessarily working in, right? That's going to the entrepreneurs conference that you never thought you'd be at, because you're not an entrepreneur yourself. You're just interested in that journey. So it's really taking that deliberate time in order to explore and try out these new opportunities that you believe that you'll love. The third one, conversely, is actually the error period. So the error period is where you go out and you experience the same types of things, except they're things that you know you're going to hate. So let's say you hate like dancing, right? So you go and you take a dance class because it's something that gets you outside of your comfort zone. It proves to you that you can do anything as long as you set your mind to it and go ahead and do it. And the importance there is actually what you're going to take away, even from experiences that you don't like. So you're consciously aware of, while you're in that dance class, what do I still enjoy about this dance class? Do I like talking about how miserable it was afterward with the people around me? Did I like the nerves I felt going into it? Did I actually end up liking dancing itself? Right. So you're keeping that in mind the entire time. And then step 4 is it's called stakeholder-centered coaching. That comes from the leadership coaching background I have through Marshall Goldsmith's stakeholder-centered coaching methodology, in which with this process, you're actually going to talk to 3 people in your network. It could be friends, it could be family, it could be colleagues, and you're just going to ask them a couple questions about who you are as a person. And you're going to ask them, what else do you think I can be doing? Why do you think I can be doing this? And what are some actionable steps I can take in order to start doing this? Because oftentimes the answers may be, right to our right or left, and we don't see it. So sort of enrolling these stakeholders and people around you is a really simple way to spark ideas, even the simplest ideas that you may never have expected on your own. So those are the first 4 steps, and I think it's something that you could start as soon as right after watching this video.
Right now. Absolutely. That's awesome. Those 4 steps, those are great steps, great tools. And again, the whole goal is just to inspire people to take some action, and man, those are some great actionable items. So that's really cool. So, what's next for you? What's next on your agenda, and what are you working on now as you move forward?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I'm just spreading this Cloud9 movement. And so Cloud9 has a couple different components, actually. So it is this coaching and this exploration practice of revealing your true purpose and your true worth. But also there's a Cloud9 fiction book in the works. So I am in the process of signing with an agent, going through a publishing house, and coming out with that book. Probably that won't be for a little while, so I'll keep you posted with that. But then there's also a Cloud9 marketing campaign that I'm starting through LinkedIn, Medium, a website, and a podcast. Where on LinkedIn, it'll be 90 seconds or less. I'll be asking people to share a time when they felt like they were on Cloud9. And then on the website and Medium, it'll be interviews with the same types of people. 9 Cloud9 questions, sort of, what does Cloud9 mean to you? What does a Cloud9 day look like? Moment, life, meal, all these different Cloud9 type questions. And the last bit is a podcast interview, 900 seconds or less. So that's 15 minutes of Cloud9 creative questions. So the questions that you hear in all of these podcasts, sort of like, what were you like as a kid? What were you like in college? What was the beginning of your career like? Except they're phrased in a different way that allows the interviewee to both think creatively and interpret what the question means to them. And it allows for the audience and the listener to interpret what the responses mean as well. And kind of just get a different perspective of what people are thinking out there. So that's this Cloud9 campaign that's going on this year, and it's truly lighting me up, and I love hearing about what Cloud9 means to everybody else. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan, I really appreciate you. I appreciate you taking some time to be on this video with me and to share your story, and it truly is inspiring. So many of us want to continue to find a way to we feel like we have a message to share, and we feel like that message can impact and help other people. And again, just it's commendable to see those and talk to people who have taken those steps to say, you know what, I'm not just going to continue talking about it. I'm actually going to take some steps towards achieving those goals. So again, thanks so much for being on, and I'm looking forward to hearing more about that book. Once it comes out.
All right. Thanks, Kyle. Have a great one.
Thanks.